The name of this book is Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun, Having the Courage to Be Who You Are, by Maria Dismondy, who is the author, and the author writes the words, and the illustrator draws the pictures. So let's see what Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun, Having the Courage to Be Yourself is all about. Bear with me while I get this camera thing figured out. The delicious smell of breakfast filled the air as Lucy's grandfather handed her a plate. Lucy smeared ketchup on her toast. She turned to her grandpa and said, "Papa Gino, Harriet said she never heard of ketchup on toast. Her family uses butter and jelly." "It's okay. Not everyone likes the same thing, Lucy. It doesn't mean one person is right or wrong. We're all different. What a boring world it would be if we were all exactly alike. Do you remember what's really important?" Papa Gino asked. "Yes, Papa. Even if we are different from others on the outside, we all have a heart and feelings on the inside." That's my girl. That's my girl. Remember, when you treat others with love and kindness, you are doing the right thing, Papa Gino replied. On the school bus, Lucy and her friend Harriet pulled out some paper and crayons. Sitting across from them was Ralph. As usual, Ralph sat alone, staring out the window. He looked over at them and rolled his eyes. That's not very nice. In the classroom, Lucy sat down near the teacher. Ralph carelessly hurried over and tripped over Lucy's foot. Before long, he was staring at her. That's rude. Ralph whispered, "Woof! I can't see the book with this poodle in front of me." Lucy could hear him giggling behind her. "Oh, why did it have to be me?" she worried. Poor Lucy. Those are not kind words. Words are not for hurting. During lunch, Harriet shouted one of her silly jokes over the other children's voices, and their bellies shook with laughter. "Look, Milk came to say hi. She wants to read the story too." Across the table, Ralph hollered, "Yuck! That's the disgusting smell. Who ever heard of eating spaghetti in a hot dog bun?" Poor Lucy. She looks very sad and embarrassed. That is not very kind. Oh no, look at Lucy's face. She's crying. She is very sad. Tony and the other children at the table turned away from Ralph, shaking their heads. Ralph continued, "Poor little Lucy with her hair so poofy. Tears filled her eyes and she began to cry." On the way home, Lucy thought about what happened. Maybe Ralph is mean to me because he thinks being different is bad. I wish he would stop teasing me. Lucy was very sad and worried. Ralph is not being kind. He is putting a crayon in her hair. That is not a good choice. That is not being a good friend. Slowly, Lucy stepped off the bus. "How was your day?" Papa Gino asked. "Fine," she mumbled. Papa reached over and pulled the crayon out of her hair. "How did this happen?" he asked. Lucy didn't say a word. That night, Papa Gino tucked Lucy into bed. He asked, "Is everything all right at school?" Lucy rolled over. She sat down and whispered, She sat down and he whispered, "Always remember, if something's not right, we can work on it and fix it together." Lucy was very worried. She was thinking to herself, "It's not that easy," thought Lucy. "How do I stop Ralph from teasing me? How can he have a heart and be so mean? Lucy was very worried. Who could Lucy ask to help her feel better? She could ask a grown-up. Here's a grown-up. This is her Papa Gino. He could help her feel better. Lucy had a hard time falling asleep, worrying about what would happen tomorrow. Poor Lucy. The following day, Lucy was surprised to find Ralph leaving her alone, until Lucy took the bag Ralph handed her. Inside were dog bones with a note that read, "Lucy, Lucy eats stinky food that puts us in a big bad mood. Lucy, Lucy's hair shaped like a cone. That's a treat for you. Here's a treat for you, a yummy dog bone." Oh, poor Lucy. That's not very nice. Teasing other people is not kind. It is a bad choice. The beating of Lucy's heart was so loud, she knew everyone around her could hear it. Stop hurting my feelings when you do... Stop. It hurts my feelings when you do this, Ralph, said Lucy. Please stop. Ralph turned and walked away. Lucy did a very good job. She used her words and not her hands to tell Ralph how she was feeling. She made a very good choice. How could Lucy help herself calm down? Let's think about the steps to calm down. First, we put our hands on our tummy and we take a deep breath. And name our feeling. Sad, worried, frustrated. We put our hands on our tummy. We take a deep breath and calm down. Let's see what happens next. It's recess time, and Lucy played alone. She didn't want to tell her teacher about Ralph. She was afraid of being a tattletale. Lucy wished Papa Gino was there to help. What should I do? She asked herself over and over. The bell rang and recess ended. Uh-oh, it looks like something's going on over here. Help! Cried a child off in the distance. Tony yelled, Ralph got himself stuck on the top of the monkey bars. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's not funny. It's not kind to make fun of people who are scared or need help. That was not a good choice. This is my chance to tell Ralph how mean he really is. M-E-A-N, mean. Lucy stomped off towards the monkey bars. When she reached Ralph, Lucy paused. She looked him in the eyes and said, What you did was mean. Standing before Ralph, Lucy could hear Papa's words. Ralph did have a heart with feelings. Lucy did something very brave next, and she was being a very good friend. In that moment, Lucy decided what she would do. She saw tears in Ralph's eyes. He hesitated to move and whispered, I'm scared. Lucy reached out and said, Here, take my hand, and she helped him down. Lucy made a good choice. Even though Ralph was not kind to her, she still helped him. She was being a very good person. The two walked back in without saying a word. As the bus pulled to a stop, Ralph reached over and handed her a picture. Lucy was amazed at what she saw. Thanks, she muttered softly. After she got off the bus, Lucy smiled and said, Papa, there is this boy, Ralph, who was really mean to me. Today he was in trouble, and I helped him. Lucy looks happy. I think she knows she made a good choice. She made a difference in Ralph's life. She made him feel better when he was scared. Papa Gino hugged Lucy and replied, "That took a lot of courage. You were very brave. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. You chose to treat others the way you wanted to be treated, and I am proud of you." As they walked home, she asked him what was for dinner. When Papa Gino said spaghetti, Lucy knew immediately what she would have for lunch the next day. Her favorite sandwich, spaghetti in a hot dog bun. The end. I hope you enjoyed your story today, friends. I will see you again tomorrow.